Okay, y'all, grab your tea and sit down, because what I'm about to tell you is absolutely insane. Girl, things have gone from bad to downright chilling for Miss Kimberly Kardashian. The queen of reality TV is now facing some of the most disturbing and scandalous rumors we have ever seen. And honey, I'm talking about rumors that would make your jaw drop to the floor. After Diddy's home got raided, and y'all know that was a whole situation, wild speculation just started swirling around Kim like a tornado. People out here claiming Kim might be tied to some shady dealings, and I'm talking real shady. We're hearing whispers about child trafficking allegations, y'all. Child trafficking? This whole thing is being described as a nightmare-like situation that has absolutely shocked the public. But wait, it gets worse. Because guess who's allegedly stepping into this mess? Kim's own daughter, North West herself. Baby, you cannot make this up! Kim Kardashian's own flesh and blood, her daughter North West, is rumored to be stepping forward to expose her own mama. Now when I say my jaw hit the floor when I heard this, I mean it literally dropped. North is allegedly out here claiming that Kim has been using her own daughter, for personal gain and taking her to Diddy's infamous parties. Now hold on, let me take a breath here because this is a lot. If these rumors are true, this paints Kim as someone willing to do absolutely anything for fame and fortune. And I mean anything. This whole situation is being described like a dark Hollywood thriller coming to life. And honestly, that's exactly what it feels like. It's giving Gone Girl meets Mommy Dearest. So let's talk about what North is allegedly feeling, because this part right here broke my heart, y'all. North reportedly feels neglected and straight up unloved by her own mother. Can you imagine being 10 years old and feeling like your mama doesn't love you? That is devastating. According to these reports, North blames Kim's heavy reliance on nannies and the lack of quality time they spend together. But it gets deeper than that, honey. North also allegedly claims that Kim has been exploiting her for fame, treating her like a prop rather than a child. Like she's just another accessory to parade around for the cameras and Instagram likes. Baby, that is sick! This little girl supposedly feels like she's just a tool for her mother's brand, not an actual human being with feelings and needs. And when you really think about it, we've all seen how Kim posts North constantly. Now, you know Kanye West was not about to sit back and let this slide. And when Kanye allegedly heard about what was going on, he reportedly went straight to CPS, Child Protective Services, and filed a complaint against Kim. Yes, you heard that right. Kanye filed a CPS complaint on his own ex-wife. According to reports, Kanye claims that Kim's dependence on nannies is putting North's well-being in straight-up danger. He wants to be a hands-on father and believes North deserves more personal time with her actual parents, not just a rotation of staff members. And y'all, Kanye is reportedly upset, and I mean big upset, that North is out here wearing heavy makeup and fake nails at just 10 years old. 10. When I was 10, I was playing with Barbies, not getting a full glam makeover. CPS allegedly stepped in and decided North should be away from all this drama. Baby, when those photos of North started circulating with the makeup, acrylic nails, false eyelashes, and lipstick, the internet absolutely erupted, and I'm talking full-on chaos in these comment sections. Critics came out of the woodwork, arguing that Kim is encouraging premature maturity and the sexualization of young girls. And you know what? They might have a point. Fans were in the comments like, she's 10 years old. Let her be a child. And honestly, I felt that in my soul. There's something deeply unsettling about seeing a 10-year-old girl looking like she's about to hit the club. Where are we going with this? What's the rush? Childhood is supposed to be a time of innocence, not contoured cheekbones and press-on nails. Now let's get into what the critics are really saying about Kim's parenting. Because honey, they are not holding back. People out here saying that Kim's parenting choices risk damaging North's self-esteem and development in ways that might not be fixable. Allowing these adult-style appearances at such a young age can confuse boundaries for a child and promote unhealthy beauty standards. Some critics are even arguing that Kim is normalizing unrealistic and harmful societal expectations for young girls everywhere. Because let's be real, Kim Kardashian has influence. When she does something, millions of people pay attention. When she puts her daughter out there looking like a mini adult, other parents might think, oh, that's okay then. And just like that, we've got a whole generation of children growing up too fast. Now, I gotta be fair here because not everyone is coming for Kim. Some people are out here defending her, saying that parents have the right to make choices for their own kids. And technically, they're not wrong. As a parent, you do have certain freedoms to raise your child how you see fit. But here's where it gets complicated, y'all. Kim Kardashian is not just any regular parent. She's a public figure with hundreds of millions of followers. Everything she does sets an example. Critics are saying that Kim's decisions are blurring the lines of age-appropriate behavior for children on a massive scale. When you've got that kind of influence, you can't just think about your child. Now let me take y'all back for a minute because Kanye has been trying to warn us about this. After Kim filed for divorce, Kanye was out here worried that she was going to turn their kids into fame-obsessed influencers. He was vocal about it, and what did people do? They attacked him. They said he was being controlling, that he needed to leave her alone. But now we're seeing reports that suggest Kanye's fears might have been valid all along. Sometimes the truth takes time to come out. Insiders are claiming that Kim indulges her kids with gifts, designer everything, luxury items, all while leaving the real parenting to the nannies.
I got love for the nannies, but real family is better. The cameras watch the kids. I stopped taking the credit.
Kanye even called her out in his track Easy for over-relying on nannies and spoiling the kids. But wait, because this is where Kim's story starts falling apart. In an interview with Jay Shetty, Kim claims she handles everything solo. Everything! She said she's doing school runs, cooking meals, handling all the parenting duties by herself. She presented herself as being both mom and dad to these kids.
I have no idea what's going on. It's like, I always have to do one of my daughter's hair and it has to be perfect and it has to be a certain way. And then this one needs me to put his shoes on, and that they all need you. And it's like full crazy madness, cooking, running around, like it's wild. Sometimes they're fighting and there's no one there. Like it's me to play good cop and bad cop. So like that is definitely a challenge.
People ate it up at the time. They were like, wow, Kim is so strong. But now insiders and her own children are contradicting that whole image. They're saying nannies do most of the work, that Kim is barely present. Baby, this is what we call false advertising. You can't sit up on camera talking about how you're doing everything when you've got a whole staff raising your kids. And speaking of North, honey, this little girl is not playing anymore. North has reportedly been calling Kim out publicly for being fake and caring more about her social media presence than her actual children. 10 years old and already seeing through the BS. She's now openly expressing that she'd rather live with her dad, Kanye.
Important to also do mental health checks on your friends and your loved ones.
You should be more busy on your kids, not your
According to reports, North dislikes the constant presence of chefs, nannies, and staff members. She doesn't want to live in this celebrity bubble where everything is artificial. What she wants is real, personal family time. She wants a parent, not an employee. And honestly, my heart breaks for this little girl. Now, if you thought this was just rumors and speculation, let me tell you about what actually aired on the Kardashians. On the November 2nd episode, we got to see some of this tension play out in real time, and baby, it was uncomfortable to watch. Kim was venting to Kourtney about North crying after visiting Kanye. North apparently complained that life with Kanye is simple and happy.
She'll go to her dad. She'll be like, Dad is the best. He has it all figured out. He doesn't have a nanny. He doesn't have a chef. He doesn't have security. He lives in an apartment. And she'll start crying. Why don't you have an apartment? I can't believe we don't have.
They cook together, they bond, they spend actual quality time as father and daughter. And instead of Kim being happy that her daughter is having positive experiences with her father, she seemed annoyed. She actually threw shade, saying Kanye shouldn't be praised just for making ramen noodles. But here's what Kim is missing. It's not about the ramen. It was never about the ramen. It's about the fact that Kanye is taking the time to cook with his daughter, to create memories. That's what parenting looks like. Fans were all over social media saying Team Kanye on this one, and honestly, I can see why. So now the internet is completely divided, and baby, these sides are dug in. Many fans are arguing that North just wants authentic family time with her dad. They're saying Kim's home feels too artificial, too staff-driven, too focused on image. These fans see Kanye as the one who's really trying to give North a normal childhood. But then you've got the other side defending Kim, and they're bringing up Kanye's controversial behavior over the years. They're saying North isn't safer with Kanye. Have y'all forgotten all the wild stuff he's said and done? So the debate becomes, who's really the better parent for North? It's not a simple answer, and honestly, maybe there is no simple answer. So where does all this leave us, y'all? Well, fans remain divided, absolutely split down the middle on this one. Is Kim an overworked mom who's just trying to balance an empire with motherhood? Or is she a fame-driven parent who's more disconnected from her kids than she wants to admit? That's the million-dollar question. But here's what we do know. North's growing independence is forcing Kim's carefully curated image and parenting style to face some serious public scrutiny. This little girl is getting older. She's developing her own voice, and she's not afraid to use it. And honey, that's got to be terrifying for Kim. This saga shows absolutely no signs of slowing down, and you better believe everyone is watching to see what happens next. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you Team Kim or Team Kanye? Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on those notifications. I'll see y'all in the next one.